Our top story this evening, the first UK Prime Minister to visit China in 8 years. Keir Starmer has hailed the reset of ties between the two countries, pledging to build an economic partnership with deals that would benefit both London and Beijing. Starmer said that both countries are in a good and strong place and that he had made progress on tariffs and visa-free travel after holding talks with Chinese President Xi Jinping in Beijing. The high-stakes meet took place at a time when both countries seek to improve relations strained by espionage allegations, disagreements over Hong Kong, and Beijing's support for Russia's war with Ukraine.
A lot of the discussion was about how we open up access for those opportunities, focusing, as I always do, on how is this going to be delivered back in the United Kingdom, how does it benefit people back at home. And we made some really good progress on tariffs for whisky, on visa-free travel to China, and on information exchange and cooperation on irregular migration, focusing particularly on small boats and engine parts. So a very good constructive meeting with real outcomes.
Starmer spent around 3 hours with Xi Jinping during a formal summit and a lunch, during which the pair also chatted about soccer and Shakespeare. The Chinese president told the visiting Prime Minister in Beijing that his visit will break new ground in cooperation between China and the United Kingdom.
China is willing to develop a long-term and stable, comprehensive strategic partnership with the UK. The Spring Festival is drawing near, and the coming year will be the Year of Horse in China. I believe your visit is an auspicious sign for cooperation between our two countries and will surely lead the way in breaking new ground for China-UK relations and bilateral collaboration.
Starmer held a meeting with Chinese Premier Li Qiang and attended a welcome ceremony during the 4-day trip to China, which is aimed at strengthening economic ties between the two countries. He earlier met Zhao Leji, the chairman of China's National People's Congress.
We want to find ways. What is it?
Starmer was seen posing for pictures with people at a restaurant in Beijing. In fact, the Prime Minister is seeking to expand opportunities for British companies amid sluggish domestic economic growth. More than 50 top business executives are accompanying Keir Starmer on this trip alongside leaders of several cultural organizations. Starmer is the fourth leader of an American ally to visit Beijing this month, following South Korea, Canada and Finland. Germany's Chancellor is likely to visit next month as well. The last UK Prime Minister to visit China was Theresa May back in 2018. And let's hear from the people on the streets of Beijing on how they see Prime Minister Starmer's trip to China.
I think these European leaders' visits to China are driven by economic considerations. Due to factors such as Trump's tariffs, Europe's economy hasn't been doing well.
Perhaps because British prime ministers have changed quite frequently, or the focus of news reporting has shifted, it feels like our attention to them has waned.
And joining me on the broadcast is John Bevy from Bristol. He's getting us what this means for both London as well as Beijing. John, this is an extremely important visit considering the fact that UK is a close American ally, clearly signaling how countries are now shifting their focus to China, considering the fact that there is geopolitical tension and the unpredictability of the US president.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely right. We have seen this pivot to Asia, is what some people have called it, echoing that sentence that we've heard elsewhere in the past. We've seen the UK doing a massive trade deal with India last year, and now I think this visit very much is looking to reset the relationship with China, as you say, because we have this extraordinary situation where the UK, that has for a long time been one of America's closest allies. That was something that was built off the back of World War II, which shows you just how long ago we are talking about. Well, now there are all of these worries and concerns that things with the US can change so quickly because of the administration there. So even though the UK has a signed trade deal with the US, there are these fears, of course, that these tariffs suddenly get applied at the whim of the president, and that would have a huge knock-on impact for businesses in the UK. So yes, I think this is absolutely yet another sign that Europe and another European leader has made their way to Beijing in order to try and reset these ties and very much to start this new era of business negotiations between Europe and Asia as concerns grow about the relationship with the US.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, John, for joining us at the moment and explaining to us what this means for the UK as far as Keir Starmer's visit is concerned. This is coming in after years after Theresa May visited China back in 2018. John Bibi, thank you very much.